Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel, Egypt Solar Child. Today I'm gonna be taking care of all the Cancerians. I'm gonna be using the Osho Tarot today, combined with these two Oracle decks to give you advice at the end of the reading. Alright, so let's get started. Spirit, what is going on for Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on in their lives at this moment that they are watching this video? As you know, guys, my zodiac sign readings are all timeless, meaning whenever you see this video is when you were meant to see it and receive this message. Alright, we have the first card fly out. It's Nine of Pentacles, ripeness. This is a great start, you all. The Nine of Pentacles talks about abundance, prosperity, wealth, basically having worked your ass off and having everything pay out at the end. Feeling really good about yourself because you've accomplished things. So I'm glad. But let's see or wait for the other cards to come out first before I give you a clear message of what this energy means. This Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. So the Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. It talks about standing your ground against adversity. So in reverse it means maybe you're having some kind of trouble doing that, or you might be surrendering to the flow. Courage. This is the Strength card. Yeah, it feels more like you are really having trouble standing against adversities. Oops. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Nine of... I'm sorry, this is the Eight of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, okay. Five of Swords, comparison. Ooh. And the Ten of Wands in reverse. Alright. So let's start at the beginning, right? With this Nine of Pentacles over here. I've talked about it before. Feeling accomplished, feeling prosperous, feeling abundant, feeling wealthy. Really enjoying and indulging in life right now because you've done your work, you've paid your debts, you've done everything you can up to this point, and now you get to reap the rewards. Ripeness is at the bottom, is the inscription on this card and this deck. Ripeness. This is exactly the energy of having your fruits finally come to fruition. Having this Eight of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands usually symbolizes a very swift moving energy, right? Something coming your way abruptly and swiftly. And in this card, it's represented by the word traveling. So yeah, it is fitting because there's a swift energy moving along. So it is, in a way, an energy having an energy travel from point A to point B, right? So in reverse, I'm feeling like you've been feeling stuck for a while now with your accomplishments, because I see the Nine of Pentacles as having accomplished or having done something really great, and now you get to see the results of this thing. So having the Eight of Wands in the reverse clarify the Nine of Pentacles gives me the feeling that you've been in a situation where you're feeling stuck, where you're feeling like you haven't accomplished things for a while, like the effort that you're giving out is not really paying off, and you're feeling stuck in this cycle of what am I doing with my life? This is the energy that I'm feeling right now. Why haven't I moved a step further? Why haven't I gone to the 10 of Pentacles already? I should be there. So it feels like, yes, you've come a long way. You have accomplished a few tasks, but it seems like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, Cancers. And I see that reflected in all of your other cards, especially that we have here the 8 and the 7 and the 10 of Wands. Like, we have a lot of fire energy here, and it's not really the good kind. It's rather the I'm pressured, I'm stressed, I'm anxious, this kind of energy. And we can see that here with the 7 of Wands in reverse. As I told you, the 7 of Wands is really about somebody who is trying to stand against adversities. So the inscription here reads stress, if you can see that. Stress. So having it in reverse means that you feel like the stress is winning. Like, you're not really able to juggle all of those tasks and things that you have to do on your to-do list, and you're feeling you might be procrastinating with the tasks here, and you're just feeling really defeated right now. And I'm saying defeated because I see here the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords is about winning, is about getting into a battle and actually losing this battle, being defeated. And in this deck, it's reflected by the word comparison, and I find this very fitting because we have here two different kinds of plants. We have a tree and we've got a bamboo. So trying to compare those two plants with each other would be utterly weird and strange because they're not the same type of plant. So how are you even gonna try and compare those two together? And it feels like with the 7 of Wands over here that you're stressed out about the things that you're not getting done, and you seem to be a little burnt out, and you seem to be procrastinating a lot because you have so much to do and you're just very overwhelmed. And so what you do to cope with this is looking at other people around you, either in the same friends group or in your environment, in your community, and comparing yourself to them and saying, why am I not as accomplished as them? Why am I not getting tasks done as fast as them? Why am I not doing things the way I should be, just like them? And I guess you understand that, like, logically, rationally speaking, you know that you can't be comparing yourself to other people and that it's kind of wrong doing that. But emotionally, you're angry. You're angry at yourself for not doing better, for procrastinating, for feeling defeated, for feeling overwhelmed. And I kind of get the feeling that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, Cancers, because we've got this really amazing energy at the beginning of the reading with this 9 of Pentacles, the ripeness card. And it just shows me that you've already accomplished so many great tasks and you've proven yourself, you've proven your worth. You've proven that when you put your head into something, you can do great things and you can move ahead really quickly. But all of this doesn't seem to matter to you anymore. All you're focused on right now is that you have some things to do and you're not doing them. You feel stuck. You feel like you're unable to move. You feel like in this loop of I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling defeated. And then as a consequence, you can't move forward in this type of energy. It's very restrictive. And so you're trying to be courageous. You're trying to build up some strength, some inner strength, as you can see here with the strength card. This beautiful flower is growing out of cement. Like how much of willpower and strength this must have taken to grow out of such a not nurturing environment, right? So we have this ten of wands clarifying the strength card, and the 10 of wands is in reverse. Upright, it talks about burdens, and in reverse, it just means that you've been burdened, and in this burnt out energy for a while now, and that you're needing and trying to gather all of your strength to overcome this hurdle in your life, to overcome feeling so overwhelmed and defeated. But it's hard. It's hard. It's like this weight is pulling you down. As you can see here in this, the inscription of the card says suppression. Something is suppressing you. Something is pulling you down. And I'm feeling like this is the stress that we've been talking about in the beginning of the reading. So Cancers, I really feel for you. I feel extremely overwhelmed right now as well. I feel like I feel like I need rest. So yeah, Cancers, you kind of need to rest. And I know that you've been resting because you've been feeling overwhelmed. But it feels more like the kind of rest that you give yourself because you're kind of procrastinating, so you try to do something else in order to recharge. But the thing is, you can't, because you know that you're procrastinating, so you can't stop feeling guilty about it. So it's not really resting, it's just basically wasting your time in doing things in a very unenjoyable way. Like you're doing them and you're feeling guilty about doing them. So it's like you're not really resting anymore. You're just procrastinating because there's this guilt feeling. So what I would advise you here, before I look at your oracle cards, Cancers, is to schedule some time out to actually rest and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to be perhaps working for 1 hour today and not anymore because I'm feeling overwhelmed and pressured and stressed. So I'm going to take, after this 1 hour is out, I'm going to be taking the rest that I need. And you see this, in that sense, you're not going to be procrastinating anymore because you've told yourself, like your mind recognizes now that this is a time for rest. But if you just do the thing, if you just put a plan out that you're gonna be working the whole day, and then you don't work the whole day and you only work for an hour or so, and then you get back to binging your favorite series or reading your favorite books or talking or going out with your friends, in this sense, your brain is gonna be feeling extremely guilty because you didn't do what you said you would be doing. So it's really important to get a bit practical, insert some Virgo energy over here, and actually try and structure a fitting routine for you where you get to rest and you get to play, but you also get to actually work. I feel like this might help you to actually not be feeling so overwhelmed anymore with the work that you have to do. Alright, so let's get some advice oracle cards from those two decks. Gonna be first pulling from the astrological deck. So what advice do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising Spirit? Oof, this is a lot, so I don't think I'm gonna be taking those. What advice do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Spirit? What advice do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Alright. We've got the 8th house, endings and beginnings, and we've got Mars, force. Yes, okay. I want to also pull one enchanted map card. compass. Nice. The compass. Okay. So with this eighth house, as your advice, the eighth house is the natural house associated with Scorpio, the Scorpio archetype, the death card in the tarot. So transformation, endings and beginnings, as it's written on this card over here. So with this transformation card, it feels like you are now in this period of your life where you are trying to re-establish a healthier work cycle for yourself. What does that mean? It means that right now you've been used to living in this cycle of being stressed out, procrastinating, and then feeling like a failure, feeling like you've been defeated. So you jump right back into trying to get everything done in a very, very short time before the deadline hits. And then you get a good grade on it, so you don't bother changing your ways, and then the cycle repeats. This is how it's been going for you. And Spirit wants you to change this. Spirit wants you to break the cycle, to completely abandon this, because this is a very unhealthy, toxic way of dealing. You need more structure and order, and to just re-establish what it means for yourself when you have work to do. Because procrastinating and then feeling like a failure only to finish every task that you have in a very short time is what is leading you towards this burnout that we have here with this 10 of Wands. So yeah, and this Mars card is only confirming this message, because Mars is all about taking action, how you take action, how you fight, what you run after, and how you do that. So Mars is urging you here to find a different way of doing things, as I've told you. And this compass card is really also confirming this message of changing the direction that you're going towards. Like, you've been used to heading, for example, towards heading towards a certain direction, perhaps north or south, east, west, whatever. And now you're being urged to change your course and to just head towards another direction that is more fitting for your current evolution right now. Alright, so this was your Cancer reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancers. I hope it resonated. I hope it was helpful. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you and bye.